Welcome back, race fans, to another edition of Behind the Windshield. I'm your host, That Savage, and today I'm joined by driver of the number 48, Josh Lewis. Josh, thanks for joining us today.
Hey, what's going on, man? Glad to be here.
Josh, I want to start off with you're sitting 13th in the points. You've got 0 top threes, 0 top fives. What's going on? Is it a lack of confidence in you from your team owner? Because over at Team Toyota, I heard their owners just handing out confidence left and right.
You know what? I caught on to that. I watch your show all the time, and Mr. Lightfield from Toyota was very, very complimentary, especially of some guys that they're doing a little bit better than me, but like not a whole lot. And it was just cool to see an owner really, really take pride in them. But no, it's mostly just I don't practice. We're talking, I'm lazy, I guess. I don't know. I don't sit down and practice the setups as often as I should. And when I do, I just feel like everyone else is just really, really good. They're just good racers, and I'm just not.
Also, being closer to the 7-foot line, do you think that kind of hinders you inside the race car, being as tall as you are? Maybe kind of trying to find that comfort zone and possibly sitting in the trunk of those stock cars while driving?
Comfy?
No.
All right. Let's just move the seat back a little. On second thought, let's just rip the front seats out, sit in the back.
Yeah, little does NASCAR or anyone else know, but my car is actually bigger than everyone's. Okay. And so, I don't know if that's slowing me down or what, but, they had to make the car longer, a little bit bigger, just because I'm a bigger guy, and so, I don't really add a whole lot of weight to that category, but I think just the overall size of the car. You can see it sometimes too when we're racing. Somebody will bump me and I won't move at all. They're just gone. So, I think maybe that helps me, but I think maybe the weight slows me down.
Having a bigger car out there, a little less aerodynamic, that definitely could hinder you. But you are new to your setup. You're still kind of learning it. Have you found that that's helped you at all on the track? Having your new setup and get up around there at the house.
Yeah, I mean, I think it's helped a lot. I just, this is my first real full season with a steering wheel, and the pedals and all that fun stuff. So I think that it is helping me. I'm still learning to, change the settings or figure out how I want to have the wheel feel for specific racetracks. Like last week at Road America, I had to go in and change everything, which was fine. It just, I got to remember to go back in and change stuff for Chicagoland so that, it feels like I'm driving a car instead of a boat. But I think it's going to help. I'm gaining more confidence. If I can cut out little mistakes here and there, I think I'll do better, and I think I'll start to have some higher finishes. I don't know if I'll venture into the top 5 or top 3 or anything like that, but I think I'll begin to gain some confidence and move my way up a little bit here and there.
You've kind of jumped around a little bit. You were team Chevy, Team Ford, Team Chevy. How are you liking it over there at Team Chevy? Is you kind of wishing you're back over at Team Ford, or maybe with some of your old teammates over on Team Toyota?
I'm just happy to be a part of a team. I've never really placed super well. So I'm kind of like I think D-Train called me like the ultimate journeyman or something like that. Like I just get, passed around like something cheap. But, I get passed around a little bit. That's perfectly fine. I'm glad that, I'm still getting to race. It's awesome to fill the seats of, the 48 car and be in a Chevy. I grew up a Ford guy. That's just me. But, I think that the team I'm on right now, everyone is really, really relaxed and calm. laid back kind of guys. I feel like I fit in with all of them. Not that I didn't fit in elsewhere, but I feel like I fit in really well with Team Chevy. It's hard to wrap around being, in a bow tie, but I like the team. It's a good place to be.
Yeah, and ladies, I just want to point out that when he says pass around like something cheap, his wife does pass him around a little bit, but she charges a pretty penny. I don't think that he was talking on that end. So, ladies, if you want to see him out there and hanging out with him, it's going to cost you quite a bit. Moving on. You are married, have a daughter. Do you find that to be, a hindrance on race night? Do you have her, laying next to you, trying to keep her asleep while you're throwing down on the track? Does it get a little too loud in the car for her sometimes?
No, it's not too bad, except he's a boy and his name's Caleb. But
I mean, if that's what you guys chose for her or him, or however you want to go about it.
Well,
21. We don't judge anymore.
She hasn't decided yet, I guess. But anatomically, that's definitely a dude. So, or at least from what I've seen. But no, he goes to bed at like 7:30. So there's really a good hour and a half before race time where I can really hopefully get dialed in, and usually I take that time to eat. So maybe that's my problem. Maybe like a fat kid at heart.
Yeah. Yeah, could be weighing you down a little bit, or thinking about maybe where the next meal's coming from. How long have you been lumberjacking on the side?
Shoot, man. So I turned 18, and then so I'd say probably almost 10 years. It's been a minute. It's kind of tiresome, but it helps pay the bills.
Yeah. Your choice of flannel, I must say is quite superb.
Thank you.
It goes very nicely with the, everything else you got going on there. Ears are a little big, nose is a little bit on the larger side, but we all can't be as good looking as Mr. Lightfield was last week.
I don't have that many years yet, so I'm, but I'll join you eventually.
How many years do you have?
29.
29. Okay.
29.
So you've been lumberjacking for approximately 11 years then.
Yeah, math's hard.
Yeah. I mean, I would imagine so. You work in the banking industry.
Industry. Yeah, it's just trouble.
Yeah.
Trouble time.
Yeah.
I didn't break my calculator out for that one. That's
Do people even own calculators anymore? Do they?
I do, yeah, because normally I do all of my talking on the phone, so I don't I conduct all the business on my cell phone, so I don't pull out my cell phone for my calculator anymore. So I have like an actual look here. It is actually an actual calculator.
Oh yeah, see, that is not the scientific calculator. That could also be hindering you a little bit.
It could be, but fortunately, there's no parabolas in the mortgage industry, so I don't really have to find any matrices or vertices. Maybe, I don't know.
I mean, you're throwing around a lot of big words to a person who drives a truck for a living. So, hey, you're the smartest guy in the room today. Congratulations. I don't know how often that happens, but
it's exceptionally rare.
Out there on the racetrack, do you feel like anybody's kind of like your rivalry out there? That you constantly feel like you're bumping and rubbing against?
PA, I hit that number 11 Toyota. Number 9, Ryan Bell. Anytime he's anywhere near, I'm just like, oh, let me go hit him real quick. All right, thanks, partner. And then,
speaking of disappointing seasons, that Ryan Bell, he's really having one.
It could be that. I think this is just some some teammate stuff here, but I think it could be that Ryan's pretty caught up in the dating world right now. I heard he's doing real well, and so we're pretty excited for him, hoping he's gonna, snatch that trophy wife, hopefully within the next 7 or 8 years. So it's going to be great when he does.
How do you pass the time back there? Do you just, focus on your corners, or are you just kind of doing your own thing?
So it's kind of fun from the back. You can see a lot of action. Sometimes it's way off in the distance. So when there's an accident, it's kind of fun to see how fast you can drive through it without hitting another car. And then also, I would say anytime somebody glitches and they end up back there, it's just kind of fun to watch because you get to see it all. But yeah, normally when you're way back in the back, it's usually, keep away from the glitchy car. Maybe talk trash to Kyle.
It's been a real pleasure to talk with you. Is there anything specific, maybe, any shout outs you want to give, maybe to, your beautiful wife, he or she, anything like that?
Yeah, I would love to give a shout out to my beautiful wife, Christina, and my little baby. Its name is Caleb. So we'll see what happens. We might have to change it at some point, but its name is Caleb, or I guess it can change it whenever it decides. I don't know. But yeah, no, that's a boy, and he's going to be a heck of a ball player. And I guess I want to shout out to, this is the throwback, I want to shout out to Lowe's, man. I wish you would have never stopped sponsoring the 48. You just made a way better looking car than the purple and white and black Ally. Just going to throw that out there. I know y'all had your own thing, and that's perfectly fine. But I'm thankful for my sponsors in Ally. They're fantastic, and they pay me a lot of money. But dang, that Lowe's car always looks so good. That is what I wanted to drive, and instead I'm in some purple machine, which is cool. But maybe that's why. Maybe that's why I'm so bad. It's just purple, and I don't have that enthusiasm driving it. But yeah, man, if Lowe's would get back in the NASCAR game, I'd be pretty pumped.
Yeah, I mean, they definitely have that Blue Devil blue going on there. Whether or not, Mike Krzyzewski is one of the most overrated coaches of all time, that's yet to be seen.